Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for April 9th. In 1836, on or about this day, General Sam Houston received a dispatch from Captain Moseley Baker at San Felipe, stating that the Mexicans were collecting materials for boats to cross the Brazos River. He asked for reinforcements, and Houston sent him 45 men, bringing Baker's force to 140 men. In 1895, Mance Lipscomb was born near Navasota and lived there most of his life as a tenant farmer. An accomplished guitarist and songwriter, Lipscomb was discovered in about 1960 and gained popularity over the next decade. He was the subject of the film A Well-Spent Life in 1970, and he made 7 albums. He died in 1976 in Navasota. And in 1959, 7 test pilots were introduced as the first American astronauts. Alan B. Shepard Jr., Walter M. Wally Schirra, M. Scott Carpenter, Donald K. Deke Slayton, L. Gordon Cooper, Virgil I. Gus Grissom, and John H. Glenn Jr. Shepard became the first American in space on May 5, 1961, with a suborbital flight, and Grissom made the second suborbital flight on July 21st. Glenn, aboard Friendship 7, became the first American to orbit Earth on February 20th, 1962. Carpenter did a 3-orbit mission on May 24th. Schirra did a 6-orbit mission on October 3rd, and Cooper made 22 Earth orbits starting in May 15th of 1963. Slayton's space career was delayed due to an erratic heart rate, but he was the docking module pilot for the Apollo-Soyuz test project with the Soviet Union on July 17, 1975. And in 1965, the Astrodome held its first event, an exhibition game between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Construction had begun March 18, 1963, and the stadium cost was somewhat over $40 million. Seating capacity was 52,000 to 66,000, depending on the event, and it ceased being used in 2008 and was demolished in 2013. In 1972, citizens of Lubbock voted to allow the sale of beer, wine, and liquor by the drink at establishments within the city limits, ending its claim as the largest dry city in the United States. However, with bottled alcoholic beverages not purchasable within the city limits, the Strip developed near the city limits in the years following. And in 1976, Joe Dan Washington Jr. was drafted 4th overall by the San Diego Chargers. Washington was born in Crockett in 1953, and at Port Arthur's Lincoln High School, he was a 2-time All-State running back. With him at OU, the Sooners won back-to-back national championships in 74 and 75, while Washington earned All-America honors both years and an NCAA Player of the Year in 74. He had 10 productive years in the NFL, playing for the Redskins in their 1982 Super Bowl win. Washington is a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. And Washington playing for Washington. And in 1990, humorist and author John Henry Falk passed away in Austin. All right, and that, my friend, was your Texas History Roundup for April 9th. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow on the next one. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.